On the grind, you see, like this is tough work, you know, night shift. Market is South Jakarta. They get everything ready now, and then they start selling it from early as about 3 o'clock in the morning. I wonder when these people manage to find the time to sleep, because they're working throughout the night. They're not here at 4 o'clock in the morning. They're here early. They're here. Enak, ini enak. Just outside our hotel back window, there's a market going on, and they're setting up a market, and it already is looking quite busy. So we thought we'd head down, have a quick look, have a quick walk around. Probably going to get some strange looks. What Boule doing here at this time? But we thought we'd have a quick wander around, and probably think we're mental going out this time. But it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. But you know, you're in Jakarta once, you've got to see one of these night markets. You know, getting ready for the early morning trade, basically for restaurants and whatnot. I mean, these people work throughout the night. I was up last night as well, and I saw them grinding away at about 3:40 in the morning. I was like, I've definitely got to go down there and take a couple of snaps. Streets are actually quite busy for 2 o'clock in the morning. They'd be empty, but it's not. Down to the market that way. We're still on the streets here. Hello. So you can see all the people selling fruit and bits. I imagine this is all for restaurants, for local traders. All sorts. You can imagine what it's like working at this time of night, like 2 o'clock in the morning this is. You know, these people will be working up until, God knows, 4 o'clock in the morning maybe. You know, very, very early. Look in here as well, you got loads being sold in here as well. This whole market. What's that? Oh mate, it's not rude. It's just interesting, isn't it? So this is a market open at 2 o'clock in the morning. So you can imagine, I guess, restaurants coming in, picking up bits for the day. Really amazing. I saw these guys selling a lot of rice last night from our hotel window. Our hotel window is literally just up there. So you can see all of this from where we are. You've got all these people selling all sorts. So when I was looking from my window last night, these people were selling at around 3:40 in the morning, 4 o'clock. So I imagine the trade starts, they get everything ready now, and then they start selling it from early as about 3 o'clock in the morning, when people come in to buy their vegetables and their goods for early morning meals like Ketroprak and all sorts, I don't know, all sorts of different things being sold. There's even food going on. Just had a boule. Serving hot drinks. If you want a hot drink, there's more up here. Oh, there's a cat. Few interesting looks, but it's not too bad.
Our
hotel's literally just up there.
Just going to stroke some cats.
Is this Seblak? Kucing anda, your cat? No, tidak. Your food. Yeah. Selling spices. Enak. So he's having a bit of a nightmare because of the cockroaches. Yes, that was a few shots of a market that is running now. It's probably about 2:10, 2:15, and that will run on till the early morning. I imagine until about 6 a.m. People here on the grind. You see, like this is tough work. You know, night shift. You can just imagine. You know, you just wonder when these people manage to find the time to sleep, because they're working throughout the night. They're not here at 4 o'clock in the morning. They're here early. They're here from 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30. I saw people setting up about 1:30, 1 o'clock. So yeah, the grind is on now here. And this is the market in South Jakarta. In a Fatmawati area.
It's interesting because in the day it's a park lot, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
kind of parking lot.
It's true.
There's a lot of bikes parked there.
In the day it's completely different. There is bikes parked there. You wouldn't even know it was a market, but at night it's a full-blown market until the early morning. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. Alright, so that was a quick tour of the area. We did kind of loop once round, and obviously Julia wanted to get the hell out of there because it's night time, and there's a lot of food bits on the floor and whatnot, which means cockroaches. I don't know if she saw some.
Yeah.
Oh, she saw some.
Yeah.
I was just trying to walk around trying to film stuff, and poor old Julia kept on going, please, can we leave? Can we leave now? Are we done? I'm like, I haven't filmed anything yet. Julia's like, no, we've got to leave now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
come
lie.
here.
It's quite uncomfortable. Yeah, it's quite uncomfortable because it's obviously like nearly 3 a.m. now. So it's not a time that we are casually just walking by because we're coming back from the pub or something, you know, and just walking home, and we found ourselves there. It's a bit like everyone is kind of questioning, why are we there?
No, I didn't. As you got in, people, and they saw the big camera, there was better looks. There was some parts which were a bit strange looks, but you've just honestly got to look past these things. Yeah, honestly, like being on the grind with that, doing that every night. You know, we were seeing, you know, the odd cat there and whatnot, and on people's stalls, and we asked the guy and we said, "Is this your cat?" And kucing anda, and he was like, "No." He was like, "It's not my cat, but it's on my vegetables." It's just, but man, it's like there's just so many people out. When you think of these things like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m, you think people sleep, but you know, and you think it might just be people out clubbing and whatnot, but these people are out here grafting. There's a lot of people out. I was really surprised. Yeah, it was really strange to be out. It almost felt like it could be 9 o'clock in the evening, not 3 a.m. It's crazy. I captured a few shots. I don't know what it's going to be like. You know, we saw things like bean sprouts being served. I thought it was rice from the window, but it's actually bean sprouts. You know, things like Karedok and whatnot. All these kind of dishes all being served up on the streets of Jakarta. Tofu, yeah.
Some kind of like spreads and like...
Spices. We saw a lot of spices. We saw tahu, lembang. We saw a lot of fruit and veg. It's just... it's crazy. It is mad. It's something you'll never ever get to see in your life unless you're in a place like this. These places aren't even on the map. It's not really a thing. It's like locals only know about this. This is why it was so strange for us to be around. There was a few comments, people saying boule, but
did you hear it?
I heard boule being talked about, yeah. And you could still see people getting served hot drinks and whatnot. It was it was interesting. I would have stopped for a hot drink, but
it's really humid as well.
it was really hot.
So humid.
And
like much more than it is in the morning and stuff.
Yeah. And obviously, being night time, lots of food. You know, there's all sorts on the floor, all sorts of cockroaches, anything like that. You know, good vibes, good vibes. People in Indonesia are always good vibes, always good fun, and yeah, that's why I probably, when I saw that, I was like, we should definitely go out. It's probably somewhere we can operate. It is a bit scary, but as soon as you say Malam to people and Selamat Malam, people ease up. You know, people are all right. You know, they hear you speak a bit Bahasa and they know that you're not just fresh off the boat, basically. Oh, anyway, cool. We'll see you in the next one.